Hi, my name is Darryn Gordon. I'm course leader for computer science here at QE. I just want to take a moment to talk about why I think computer science is a good choice and what types of things you'll be doing when you study it, when you take the course and study it here. First thing, entry requirements. Just want to clear a few misconceptions. First of all, you don't need to have done GCSE computer science to study it here at college. A lot of students may have studied it, but it's not a big problem if you haven't. We have a lot of success stories of students who've come here without GCSE computer science and gone on to do really, really well. A grades, A-star grades, and go on to study at the university of their choice. Secondly, I would probably say the most important subject at GCSE is actually maths. So if you've got a good grade in maths, chances are that you're going to be really successful on the course. But don't let that put you off. If you've got a strong interest in computers, or you're a good logical thinker, a good problem solver, that's usually a good indication of whether you'll be successful on the course as well. Okay. Next thing, I'll talk quickly about some of the course content. We break it up into two sections, Component 1 and Component 2. Component 2 is the programming side of things. So we study a language called C#, which it'll be new to, I think, just about everybody. Not many people have studied that before. And we start at the beginning and take you through right through the year, studying that language, and you'll learn to code quite a high standard. Because in the second year you'll have a project. The project is entirely of your choosing. It's not like a GCSE which is prescripted by the exam board. You choose it, which often means the students, once they get started, they really, really enjoy that aspect of the course because they've got full control over it. All that creativity kind of just pours out of them, and they produce some really nice projects at the end of it. Some concepts from Component 1, which is the theory side of computer science. We've got things like binary, we've got networking, hardware, all those topics which you kind of associate with computer science. They're still there at A level, but we're obviously taking them on to a much more advanced level. Next thing, assessment. I've discussed the idea of a project. The project is actually worth 20% of your overall A level, so it does contribute quite a large chunk to your final grade. In the second year, you'll sit 2 exams at the end of the year. You've got a Component 1 exam and a Component 2 exam. Each of those are written papers, 2.5 hours each. Okay, so they're probably a little bit longer to what you're used to at GCSE for exams you've sat at GCSE. The last couple of things I'll say, the extracurricular stuff that we do here at college. We've got an ethical hacking group. The students really, really love their ethical hacking group. It's a bit of a buzzword at the minute, and it is a growing industry. So we're teaching about cybersecurity, and we're working as groups and teams and trying to, again, it's all about problem solving really, but using the right tools in the right sort of situation to deal with these sort of problems in the industry. We're developing the skills that we're developing all the time tend to be around that logic and problem solving sort of skills. But there's a lot of other skills that maybe students don't realise are important in computer science. You do need to be able to evaluate, analyse, break down problems into smaller problems to make them easier to tackle, abstract out the important parts of a scenario and deal with those sort of things one at a time. So it's really all about looking at a situation and trying to think, what is the best solution that I can come up with for this particular problem that I'm trying to tackle. Finally, I would say that we do have some really good success stories for students who studied computer science at A level, gone on to university. They're working in some really impressive places now. Some of them gone on and achieved A-stars and gone on to study at Oxford and Cambridge. I would say 90% plus are going on to university. Some of them go straight into employment. But if we consider our pass rates are 100%. Our A to B grades in the last few years have been around 50%. So students do tend to be really successful. So hopefully I've given you a good idea of what the course entails, and I'm looking forward to seeing you at QE.